to kill 2 times. And if you kill him once, he will respawn with you being slow and stuff. So he can single focus a single hero. So that's great. Um, Feedlingai picks up a Visage, which is not that uncommon, but also not common enough. I mean, Visage is still really strong. He can dominate trial lanes easily, of course, but you don't see him that often because actually it requires micro, which not many players have. In response to the Visage pick, they pick up a Lifestealer, a hero who is not that often and actually is forgotten in the metagame currently. You don't see Lifestealers often, or actually don't see them ever in games, so something new, something fun. Also with a Slardar pick. The Slardar being uncommon, but I guess it's a response to the Lifestealer who relies on right clicks, and Slardar also relies on right clicks. So with the minus 20 armor reduction on the Lifestealer, they can easily minus just kill the Lifestealer. And with that lineup, when Visage picks up a medallion and Slardar gets his level 6, they can easily take Roshan with a mech from Viper. Looks like it's gonna be an aggressive try for Feedlingai. Um, they pick up a Mirana support, I assume, with the Skyrat to combine with Skyrat Mage and the Lifestealer, so we'll probably see those arrows hit. But here's the thing, Visage Birds block arrows, so you have to be extremely careful before you fire an arrow. And we see the Radiant team banning up a Lycan, a hero that slipped through the pool up until 18th pick actually. So leaving him in the pool for so long, I think Feedlingish could have picked it up. And we have the Templar Assassin, the unusual hero for the middle lane. So looks like Viper will head up top. He will make a mechanism, that's for sure. I know that for sure. Meanwhile, the Radiant team will obviously go for a safe lane, I wanna say. They will put up an Invoker middle, that's for sure. And they will handle that Invoker. Unless Invoker gets help from the Skyrat Mage and Mirana, which is which is to be expected really when you have a roaming combo of Mirana. So and last pick is the Disruptor. So it's gonna be the offlane, and Mirana will be the offlane. I mean, Disruptor will be support along with Skywrath. And the heroes are picked. Let's choose our overlay. There you go, the HUD. And let's introduce the match favorites, the maybe crowd favorites even. Um, Team Corsair. We have Ingman, the Ice Cream Man, playing a. Give me a sec. Ingman playing the Life Stealer. Bonet playing the Skyred Mage, going for the aggressive trial lane with Lifestealer. Stand-ins. YCF playing on the Disruptor. PhantomXP going on the middle lane Invoker. And last but not least, Jean playing an offlane Mirana, which will be in the safe lane actually. Anticipating the aggressive trial lane, we have Viper going into the bottom lane alongside with Lich, so they're doing the 2-1-2, and it's not bad, not bad. Acid playing on the Templar Assassin, we playing the Lich, Kill Me 43, also known as Kill Me, is playing the Visage, and last but not least, Trainer, also known as Renyard, is gonna beat that Slardar, and they will lane 2-1-2. So, as I said, looks like a pub strat. And a pause goes out from the Acid player who seems to be disconnecting almost every single game. They're drawing that the Mirana will be dead. Feeder. Feed. Oh, mid lane will be fed. Okay. They're drawing exactly the same location on the Lich. Why is this GGN? What? What rules? I'm sorry, what? Okay. Larry is high on something? Okay, the game goes really nice from the start. Disconnect from acid, and looks like the game is over by Larry. What in the flying fuck is happening? The admin says that they are breaking the rules. Oh no. Bonehead looks like he's disagreeing with Larry, so who cares? The middle lane looks like it's gonna be targeted by the Disruptor and the Skywrath and also the Lifestealer, so looks like they're gonna stomp Acid. Acid being, yep, there's nothing else he can do. Lifestealer will just catch up to the Templar Assassin. The slow goes on. Right clicks from everyone will get the first, but this Disruptor uses Glimpse on Templar Assassin, and there goes the A. But first he buys his Boots of Speed and the town, well, the TP scroll. First blood goes to Invoker actually, so he will have that fast Midas if he wants to go for that, or he can go a bit more team oriented with that mechanism. But in the end, the Invoker gets so much from that first blood, it's not even funny, and TA, as I said, he needed help. The slow goes on Slaughter. The other slow will not happen. Slaughter uses sprint and gets away with almost all of his HP. The bottom lane will be Viper against Lich versus Mirana, which shouldn't happen. I mean, the kill shouldn't happen. Actually, top lane, Disruptor getting stunned, getting slowed. Right clicks happening from the supports. No, the self! He's getting clipped. He's getting clipped. The kill does not happen because he gets clipped on the little trees, and Disruptor surviving with less than 10 HP using Salve. That was unlucky for Heal Me. Another slow goes on the Lifestealer. He doesn't have rage. What will happen? Nothing happens. Just some harassment. Disruptor uses his whatever the spell is like on the Slardar, and that's that. Lich rotates to top lane, so now the tri lane should be in the dire advantage because of the denying of armor. I mean the creeps that will allow them to get more XP, more levels, and more farm. Top lane is where the kills most likely will happen. Everyone is up to full now from the Radiant team, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. The middle lane, TA is catching up to Invoker, but that's kind of hard to do when you give advantage to the Invoker, the first blood and stuff. Bottom lane, Mirana getting right clicked by Apex. Apex is just manning up on the Mirana, but he uses leap, and that's that. So a leap used with minor to no damage dealt to the Apexi. He also uses arrow, which he misses. So that went well for the right click trades. Looks like Invoker is gonna go for that Force Spirit build, which is I think one of the two builds that is currently going on with Invoker. What the other one is Wex EMP. The slow, the disruption. I mean, the glimpse on the Slaughter gets to go on Disruptor with a triple stun on every single person in the Radiant offensive trialing. So yeah, getting kills, getting levels, and that's gonna be trouble for the Radiant team, for Team KORS. As for now, the only saving grace for them, in my opinion, is the Invoker who's leading on the EXP. I mean, the last chart. Looks like Slaughter is saving up for either Midas or Blink Dagger instantly, but I think he had no opportunities to go to the shop and buy his boots, which he desperately needs. Also, Stick is great. Frost Nova on the Disruptor, Sprint uses Slardar. I mean, Slardar uses Sprint, and YCF being caught up position once again, dying for the second time in this game. That's not what you want to do with your aggressive trolling. You want to make the opponents have no farm. You want to disrupt their farm as well. So But I think picking up a Lich and playing against an aggressive Trallian is usually really great since you starve them with the XP and everything. Renyard pinging up the catapult, meaning that he wants the last hit, but he doesn't get it. He picks up a magic stick, as I said, also treads, so he's farming pretty well, I must say. Viper picking up that Ringo region, and as I said, he will go for that mechanism because mechanism makes Viper strong. Also, his team's stronger. Bonet stealing last hits with his Arcane Bolt. Yeah, that's what's the spell called, Arcane Bolt. The trialing should be happening something. Kill me, V going around the Skywrath Mage, but Skywrath Mage uses his silence, the kinetic field. The kinetic field isolates the Lich. The Lich gets right clicking by the Lysier. The Frost now on the Life Stealer. He's alive. Stun on the Skywrath Mage. Zero armor. Renyard is just manning up. He's gonna kill the Skywrath. With V survives from the Lysier. Renyard just killing the Skywrath Mage with no problems. Kill me getting caught out of position by the Disruptor. Kill me. Out of position once again. The slow from Lifestealer happens. Also the slow from the Visage happens. So the slow chase is on. Looks like Ingman's slow is stays for longer. Actually, the Arcane Bolt and the slow is on the Renyard. Just minor harassment done. Nothing too major, nothing too bad. Bottom lane looks like Mirana is just getting pushed out of the lane, having 12 CS against Viper's 36 CS. You know what that means, right? He has 3 times more CS than Mirana. And that's bad news. Bad news for the Mirana. You need items, you need levels on him. And when you just go back to base, well, that means that the Viper is a whole level ahead of him. So, also, not only does he have 39 kills CS, but he also has 16 denies. So, Mirana not having a fun time against the Viper. But then again, no one does. Mirana being up top, he doesn't have his ultimate. He level 3 to 1. He can only hit an arrow. Ingman getting caught out of position. The stun happens from the Mirana. Slaughter using sprint, getting dealt damage. Will he die? Yes, he does from the right clicks, from the leap, from the arcane bolts, from the silences. Slaughter giving away 370 gold for Mirana. That's it. Tipping in with the Invis Rune. Nova on Ingman. Ingman, will he die? Yes, he does from the acid. The slow happens on Visage. Visage will not die yet. Yes, he does now. From the Mirana arrow. Arrow and his normal right click. There is no detection for Mirana ultimate, so everything is okay. 1-for-1 trade. The carry, the trailing carry against the Visage, the support. So it featured rotations from middle and from the offlane. I think as soon as the Apexi finds his mechanism, he should rotate and they should just push 5-man easily. I mean, Ingman has phases, of course that's fine, but you usually want a bracer now, as of this time. He only has 23 CS to Slaughter's 31, so both carries having little to no CS, but in the end, the score is 4-4. None of the towers are pushed. It's 8 minutes in. Templar Assassin getting beat by Invoker after the first blood, giving so much advantage to the Invoker with his fast boots into Midas. So he's level 8 now. The TA is also level 8, which is strange because the TA also rotated while PhantomXP has his Midas, has never left his lane, didn't really get a kill other than the first blood. Apex is sensing that 4 people are missing from the lanes. Well, I mean 3. He backs off, great map awareness, and once again I must say that the stream is delayed by 5 minutes, so he has no idea what's happening. Really great. And also he will stack, so later farm going on good for them. Sunstrike happens on the Roshan pit, I'm not sure why. I mean they can Roshan, but will they? I don't think so. They're moving as a smoke unit, really. I mean, it's fine, but you need Mirana. You need farm on Mirana. You picked her for offlane, you didn't pick her to roam. And at this rate, I actually predict that the Dire team will eventually get that mechanism and eventually will outlevel and outfarm the Radiant team. And Feedlingai maybe can take a win to their name against the #1 team that is favored to be. Top lane, Morale getting just getting amplifying damage, I guess. They now see where Miran is, so no shenanigans with the ultimate is happening. Apex is manning up on the Lifestealer getting right clicking. Uses Infest on his creep, deals damage to Apex, but Apex does Apex again? No! He gets a kill on the Lifestealer. Apexi just, is he gonna man up for another kill? Yes, he does man up for another kill. Boned, out of position, getting Frost Node and Chain Frosted, and Apexi, the man, the legend, gets sniped, but before that, he cleans the entire trial lane off the Radiant team. Apex showing some great Dota playing with the Viper, showing that Lithuanians, even though they took the #4 spot, they can still compete with the #1 spot from Latvia. Is it bad for Latvians? I'm not sure. We can see that in the second game. But as of now, looks like all of the advantage is happening for the Dire team, for Feedlingai. Mirana has the ability to go away from the ganks, but I wouldn't say that Leap gives you more move speed than a sprinted starter. So middle lane, slow on the Invoker. He has no Ghost Walk. TP is coming from the Skywrath, and it looks like the aggression is stopped. Miranda uses her ultimate, so that's fine, and also leaps away from the starter, who activates Sprint, and he's only 150 gold away from Dagger, so we can expect some aggression going on the Mirana. And as I said, the Viper picks up a mechanism, maybe needs a magic wand, so they can start pushing, get those burst HP heals and mana heals from the wand. And Slardar, this is the pickup they have been waiting for. The sprint is happening, they are charging the Mirana, stun on Mirana, the amplified damage, and the nuke from this device which gets the kill. Great initiation, great kills using the fresh dagger, so now the tower should fall, right? Not before the bottom lane tower falls. Apexi doing work, the solo person in this game. The offlaner for the Dire team is now pushing towers, winning against trialings and stuff. Man, this guy is doing all the work. I think he should stay bottom until he gets the tower. The tower is really low, but he's doing the smart thing, and that's going back to the tower to being top. Since they do not see two supports, one of which is Invis, and the other one is just staying around. Looks like the top lane will be the target. Invoker going for that Necronomicon, so that's going well. Yeah, so. Frost Snow on the creeps, getting those pushes coming. Arrow will hit the creeps, so I guess that was the intended target since, well, you can't hit that. Necro units and Force Spirits are both used against this tower. The tower will fall, but in collateral damage, the Lich is TPing. He's gonna Frost Nova the Invoker is gonna get slowed. The TA denies the tower. Really great plays, the amplified damage hits on the Invoker, stun hits Invoker, everything hits Invoker, and Invoker dies. The right click of Templar Assassin, who not only kills the Invoker but also denies the tower, gets the Necronomicons. So a really great gold boost going for the Templar Assassin. And unfortunate turn of events for the Invoker, but that's what you expect against in this caliber when many teams can TP. Apexi getting a glimpse back, so the tower is theirs to push. Lifestealer or Nyx picks up a Midas, so he looks like he wants to catch up after the phases. Renyard sprinting, stunning on the Lifestealer. He gets slowed, he gets everything used on him. The Lifestealer just pops from the double blinks of the Dire team, and Mirana Invis will stop all the aggression happening. Great rotations from the team of the dire. Feedlingai. Renyar trying to juke the Sunstrike. Little does he know, there is no Sunstrike yet. He's in the bottom lane, so if they saw him, they should have seen that he has two spells, which is Ice Wall and Force Spirits invoked. Force Spirits are used to slow the silence on the Templar Assassin. Blowing up Bonet! Bonet getting stomped in his face. The Cold Snap is used on the teleporting out Lich. Templar Assassin meanwhile sniping the Disruptor, Invoker snipes down the whatever. Renyard jumping in, using the amplified damage on Jian. Jian is getting right click, and right clicks are gonna kill the Jian, the Mirana. PhantomXP and Invoker getting the triple kill now. That's it, mega kill, double kill. Will he die? Yes, he will. They didn't have. I'm not sure why he used Meld and then ran away instantly. I mean, he could have TP'd out, but a big throw happening for the Dire team. Feedlingai doing something strange. And this Viper, the one who I praised for being the most effective unit in the game as of now, didn't join them in the team fight. With that mechanism, that could have saved the Lich, they could have saved the Visage, and they could have potentially won the team fight. But now, with all the summons, all the right clicks, the tower falls down. We cannot defend that. He doesn't use his ice armor on the tower, so the tower just with no, it's not even contested. The Dire team is gathering up as 5 smoke is used. Looks like they will take the Roshan now. The wards get spotted them. Renyard, what a blink, what a stun! The haste rune from the disruptor will let him allow to escape, but what? Renyard overestimating his blink dagger range. It does not go for two screens. It only goes for the 1 screen range. And with all of that, they're still smoked as only the Slaughter showed himself. And V shows that they're rushing now. The smoke runs out. But too little too late, the Roshan falls. And the Aegis goes to the Templar Assassin, who's got 2.2k gold, so he can go for either a Crystallis or a Desolator. And with this build, I assume he will go for a B. No, he goes for a Yasha, which is fine. He needs the ability to catch up, as he only has a Blink Dagger, which gets most likely denied by the the Forged Spirits. Looks like they finally man up, 5 man up, and with the Pex they're gonna push down the middle tower. With the Aegis, with everything else, Team Corsair will not defend that. And they can even defend the top lane, which they will, so getting a free tower, running and getting the kill. Saving their top tower. Middle lane Apex getting caught out of position. The Morale Invis will make the Radiant team invisible. Dust is used. The Glimpse back on, kill me, kill me. The Visage player is getting blown up, but not enough damage is dealt. PhantomXP getting bursted down by the familiars and everything, but he goes invis and there's no detection. Chain Frost is still bouncing. Chain Frost is bouncing. The familiars do not do damage. They cannot kill the low Mirana. That's it, going in for round 2. No Renyard there, so he's in the bottom lane. Team KORS taking 2 kills for nothing. Good plays. TA is gonna bottle up that double damage, so with that double damage, she can potentially one-hit the support. He only has 2 armor and only 739 HP. He has 3 armor, so he can easily get bursted down. Now he has only 1 armor, so. Armlet is picked up by the Lifestealer, so he's looking for that mid-game DPS item, which is potentially one of the best damage dealing items for the Strength Heroes, as it gives a lot of damage. I think it's 66. So Acid popping that double damage rune to clear the stacks, as it seems. I think it was stacked once. Ingman trying to push down the top lane, getting that tower would increase their gold by a lot. Let's look at the XP and the gold graphs. Yeah, that was the Roshan kill, I think. That was throwing two people. I mean, that was the Roshan kill, I guess. Well, somewhere here is the Roshan kill, and the XP is 5,000 for the Dire team, and also gold advantage is only 2.5k, so not farming as well as they should probably, but the Midas does make a difference. Invoker already has his Necro 3 for a while, has 2k gold, so he can potentially go for a Blink Dagger, or he already can start for mobility items such as Force Staff and maybe a Hex actually. Mirana invisibility used as they were killing it, sorry for missing that as something interfered. Invoker picks up that dagger is invisible, is in invisibility, will now get spotted by the creeps as he uses Midas and he blinks away to safely run away. Meanwhile, the dual gang combination of Templar Assassin and Slaughter just, I assume, bursts down the Lifestealer, so everything is going well for them. Getting a kill on the Mirana and on the Lifestealer. Trying to catch up the Invoker, but the Invoker just doesn't care enough and he goes away. With the Blink Dagger, his mobility is nice. Ronald being up top. Is he gonna try an arrow? No, he will not. Templar Assassin is going for that BKB. Slaughter already has this, so I'm not sure what they are waiting for. Maybe they're pushing out the lanes even more so there is no rat Dota as Latvians are famous for. When Yard sprinting towards no one as the ward spots them out. So Renyard being up the board, so expect a debart soon enough. And I'm using so too much. Tornado on the Templar Assassin, nothing is gonna happen from that. So good. So once again, so. Nothing happens from the Templar Assassin. And the Dire team, with 1 minute up to their Aegis, pushes down bottom lane. Sadly, the Aegis isn't on the Templar Assassin. Glyph is used. The TA should come around anytime soon, but looks like the defense will consist of Force Spirits trying to deny, as they do not have enough heroes to defend that. But the Dire team, of course, doesn't know that. Are they gonna smoke up and do the Rocks Kiss? I'm not sure. The Sentry Ward is put down, so no shenanigans coming from the Radiant team with their Mirana invisibility. They're gonna trade down tier 1 tower for a tier 2. They glyphed at a tier 1 top. And the Slaughter actually TPs there. Sprint is used, but what will happen? Mirana leaps away, the stun is not used. And the Lifestealer uses Infest and escapes with the Mirana. Aegis is gonna go out now, so aggression will be stopped for a minute. Aegis goes down. And Acid with his Templar Assassin is going for BKB. It's only 120 gold away. And with all the next tier items, they can easily take down the tier 2 towers that are left. And Mirana uses his ultimate. This glimpse on the Visage and arrow hits. Kill me for the 3 getting blown out. Viper picks up again, so no more shenanigans from the invisibility of the Mirana. But when you think about 4 heroes are used, Mirana ultimate is used on a single support. I guess they need all that they can get, but a bit too much used, too much time used. And with all of this, with the Mirana ultimate being down, they can now take down the tier 2 middle whenever the Visage respawns. Invoker has got his BOT, so he can now rat Dota and then go up to the team fight. So Invoker getting those levels, getting that EXP, and it looks like he's gonna be that saving grace for the Radiant team at least. The warding instant necro units, and they're devoting. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, as that was completely random. I'm not sure. Seems a bit random to use necro units to deward, especially now that it takes a longer time for that cooldown. Looks like the next tower to go down will be the top tower, which appropriately is 600 HP. So everything is gonna happen up top. Invoker split pushing on the bottom lane. Can't TP top, but he doesn't have his necro books, so he will not have those, and the tower will be just forfeited. Team KORS, they're not doing as well as they should be. With all the hype going from the Latvian players, they're not really performing that well. Maybe PhantomXP is the saving grace, but you cannot carry for people who do not contribute. And the Feedlingai team will go on the high ground, stun, glimpse on the crystals. I mean, the Skyrat. Skyrat just melts down. The BKBs from Slaughter and the TA will ensure that they retreat away, but now they do not have BKB, Tornado and Blast, and every single AoE combo is happening. Our team is going to go down. Templar Assassin man modes and goes for the Disruptor, gets the kill. Disruptor now is running away. Ingman catching Lich out of position. Lich drops the Gem. Acid just dies on a full 5-man team wipe. After all the shit I said, they actually did their Wombo combo correctly. And wow. I guess the biggest mistake was Slaughter and TA not having their BKBs. That's the only thing they need is BKBs in the team fights, and they are basically immune to everything. Skyfrat just gets blown out. Roshan is pinged, so they expect Roshan to be done anytime soon. Invoker picks up the last gem from a Pexi. So now he's really rich with all the farm, with all the kills and stuff, and Midas and stuff. Invoker spots out the Roshan. It's up. Buys a Mystic Staff. So going for that X. Slaughter with the sprint. It's running out now. The Templar Assassin trying to snap down the Force Spirits. Free gold for the Templar Assassin. Roshan is being pinged now by the Dire team, and what will they do? Will they defend the top tower, or will they take Roshan? And by the looks of it, they will take Roshan. For Asnova, minus armor from the Slaughter, minus armor from the Templar Assassin, slow. And the Roshan should fall anytime soon. The top tower is gonna be glyphed, so they're gonna just trade the Roshan for the tier 2 tower. And that is that. Slaughter picks up the Aegis. Rainyard, don't do something stupid. This game is in your hands. You're an Acid. Acid going for that BKB. And now he's gonna go for Desolator, I wanna say. Even more minus armor happening on the slot. I mean, the Knights. And whenever you have the Desolator, I mean, the spores literally get blown out. Like, literally, one hit from the Melt Strike. What just kills a Skyrath. Sentry is being dropped down, so no, they did not smoke under the ward. Slaughter are sprinting up. They want to catch out the standing YCF, the Disruptor, stun, blink. That was just brutal. The Melt Strike on the Minus Armory target, yep, that's brutal. And in that regard, they will take down the middle tower. There shouldn't be any contestants against that. As I said, they need their BKBs against their Wombo combo. Meteor and Tornado deals too much damage at this stage of the game, because the Invoker is already maxed Exhort. They're moving up top. The Raxes, they're focusing the middle Raxes. That's a mistake. They should focus the range Raxes. Glyph is being used. The dust is used. Nothing glimpse happens to Slaughter. He blinks away. The slow's happening. DA pops his BKB. What's happening? Nothing is happening. That's right. You have no detection. Yeah, now they do. There's a sentry. But a BKB wasted from the Templar Assassin, basically. And that's that with aggression. Now the melee Rax is gonna heal up. And as I said, that's a mistake not going for the ranged Rax. You need them. They do not regen. The top lane is being pushed, the bottom lane is being pushed. All this, everything that's happening right now in the middle is almost nothing compared to what the creeps can do. Renyard missing the blink, missing the stun. Maybe he's just angry. But the Dire team looks like they're gonna go back, they're gonna go farm, they're gonna get their next tier items. Invoker just leading to the top. Invoker is just leading the top score in the last hits. He's leading in levels as well. But the Templar Assassin going for the Desolator. So as I said, he's gonna pop everything he meets with the bonus damage from the minus armor and the amplify damage. That stuff is gonna be brutal. Viper going for that BKB. Aegis is gonna be reclaimed in 3 minutes. Looks like the follow-up, the catch-up might have worked out for Ingman as he finishes up his Assault QS and now has almost 3k gold, which means he will probably go for a Basher. And Basher works really well with all the attack speed you get from Rage and also from the Assault QS. Team KORS grouping up as 5 in the bottom lane, using a smoke, baiting on the Lifestealer. You shouldn't be doing that. Necro units are popped, Force Spirits are on, everyone is being pinged, and the tower just falls down. Nothing. And the Radiant team doing the correct thing. Use your Frost Armor in the building! Why are you not using Frost Armor in the building? And with that, they lose the Raxus. I hear the BKB TA being out of position. What are you doing? BKB's pop! Acid drawing the game! What? You had this game in your bag. Sunstrike's happening on Kill Me, but he will dodge that. Not knowing, of course. But free Rex, everything is being free. Viper being sold by 2 slows. Gold Snap is gonna happen. He uses Force Staff, really great Force Staff, but he will die from the Gold Snaps and everything else. So Viper goes down, and the Team KORS coming back from the game from being so down. Renyard blinks and uses his big KB, right clicks on the Disruptor, gets popped. Chain Frost is bouncing around, Ingman bouncing around the Invoker. Kill Me getting blown up by the slow by Arrow hits! Jean is dead! I mean, Jean gets the kill! A good snipe, Kill Me, it wasn't fast enough to dodge it. PhantomXP taking down the last remaining Rax on the bottom lane. Jean blinking, leaping up, using Starstorm. Sunstrike is not gonna hit the B. Meanwhile, the top lane being pushed down by creeps. Bone being fucked up in the face from the creeps, but he will survive as he has a Force Staff. What's happening to the Dark team? It looked like they had an advantage, but they use it. The throws, the team fights. Looks like they had one chance, one opportunity to seize everything they ever wanted. One moment. They didn't capture it or let it slip, yo. Their palms are heavy. Their palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. Looks like they're choking. Invoker finishes up his Hex, and Acid being over aggressive. But, I mean, why would you throw that hard? A smoke gank is gonna happen right now. They see nothing. The stun on the Jean. Jean is gonna get focused down. Acid finds up YGF. YGF is getting 4 shot. Mechanism saves him for long enough to get a 4 shot in. Boned getting picked up. I mean, getting slowed. He can die, but he won't. Meanwhile, Phantom is pushing up the top lane with his Force Spirit sleeping in the middle lane. -2. Will they do anything with that? They're gonna take the tower, that's for sure. Will they take Raxus from that? Tornado Blast, deafening, everything's happening. B goes down without using his ultimate. Every BKB is being popped. Ingman, he's gonna go into PhantomXP. PhantomXP, will he get bashed? No, the Hex protects him with all the right clicks. He's getting stunned from the Renyard. He's gonna get a kill. Ingman, he's getting chased by the Slardar. They're gonna 1v1. Whoever has the first basher is gonna win. Nope. He's not tanky enough. With a sprint, Ingman is going. He doesn't have a TP scroll. It's slow. He's getting a slow Renyard. Complaining about his RNG luck. You, Ingman uses his Midas. Is now invis, and there's no detection whatsoever. Ingman survives and is cheeky enough to use the Midas. Yeah, what seemed to be amazing, just bad team play from Acid. And bad team play from Renyard as well. Going 1 versus 1 against a life stealer who is this fat, has a Sacred Relic. He will go for that Basher, I assume. Just throwing the game, I must say. Focusing the melee racks, then diving with the double BKB for the Skywrath. It's not worth it, guys. It's not smart. You should have taken down the range racks. Guess they just lost their coolness. A pause will be happening for the asset as you requested. But on the bright side, they have 2 Raxes now fully exposed. So whenever they want to go, whenever they want to 5-man, they can do that. But Invoker buying back using travels and pushing out top lane. While the Lich just respawned and the Templar Assassin is doing the Ancients, Viper is going for the top. So you can get like 300 damage in the tower, maybe 4 before going back. And every single damage dealt is permanent as there is no Treant Protector. Not much is happening right now. As it is paused. Let's see the graphs. Let's see how bad they threw. They threw from 7,000 EXP lead to basically the swing was 10,000. Yeah, pretty much the swing was from 7,000 to 2.5. For the gold graph, it's pretty much even. I cannot see as the game is paused, but it looks like it's a 2,000 gold lead for the Dire team. So we can actually count here. So yeah, it's 2,200 or 2,160 pretty much. Rage Suicide. From what seemed an early great start for the Viper, getting shutting down the Mirana, getting that triple kill and surviving on the bottom lane. Didn't work well with the Viper. He should have been in the team fights. Whenever they fought, they didn't have a Viper with a mechanism there, and as a result, he is 4-3-4, beaten 8 kills out of 23. That's a third of the kills, and you usually want to be in every single team fight as a mech carrier. You want to supply the heal to your team. They gave away the bottom racks with no problem. That's not a smart thing to do. Well, at least the disruptor is 0 and 9, so if he dies 11 more times, he can go for that milk award, which is killing 0 people, dying 20 times, and still winning the game. Yeah, looks like the Dire team Going wants to go again. Maybe this time there will be no more mistakes happening. And all damage is being dealt. Almost 500 damage. The ATP again gets tornadoed, and that seems like it is that. Tower falls down to 1100 HP, and well, I'm not sure. They need to wait for another Roshan before they can do anything. But this game is pretty close, I must say. Besides the Dara team throwing, it doesn't seem to be that one-sided. Early game performance from the Viper was really great, but what can a Viper do, especially that Viper that doesn't join team fights? Renyard getting tornado, getting blasted, getting meatballed. Hex! Renyard goes down! Does he have a buyback? Yes he does, but giving away a kill for an invoker is not the best idea you can have. Getting picked off near his tier 3 tower. Going balls deep. PhantomXP blinking, ice wall on the Viper. Viper is moving at very slow move speed. Cold Snap is used, Apex uses his first BKB charge. Two just walk away. Meanwhile, the mid tower falls, arrow hits the creep. They're mad the creep took down the arrow. But Starter is dead for another 20 seconds. They have a buyback, so that shouldn't be worrisome. Mid top lane, PhantomXP just right clicking the tower will go down. The Frost Blast on the Invoker is gonna hit that. Morano uses his ultimate? No, not anymore. Slow on the PhantomXP jumps in, gets blown down by everyone! Ingman now left alone in the single territory. The static field catches to BKB from Acid. Acid runs away. Renyard is respawned. He's gonna kill the disruptor. Everyone is dying. Everyone is dying. Good team play from the Radiant team. Moran is the only survivor, but every single person got blown up. This is the turnaround they've been waiting for. This is what they should be doing every single game. Every single team fight, excuse me. They should be stomping them with all the advantage they had. PhantomXP being a bit too overzealous with that tower right clicking. Genie getting picked off. I mean, V gets an arrow on him. Acid just chasing the Murana, but he uses Leap. He uses Tango. I mean, the drum charge. The first drum charge. Ever since he got it. Is that a bad play? Not using drums? Yes! If your first charge is 40 minutes into the game, you're doing something wrong. And but on the bright side is he has 9 kills. Being shut down so hard in the lane, he has 9 kills. So okay. Are they gonna go for the Rexes? Renyard already ahead of everyone. Gets arrowed, gets Static Storm, gets Mystic Flared. Acid gets Invis down. So Acid getting glimpse back. He's gonna die again. Acid, he's gonna man up against 3 heroes, but he will die as the glimpse. Very nice glimpse happening from the Disruptor and getting a kill. So no more Milk Awards. Meanwhile, PhantomXP traveling up to the bottom lane using BKB. Apex uses BKB, right clicks the PhantomXP. PhantomXP just goes to invisibility. And that is that. Viper, will he die from the right clicks? No, PhantomXP going again. He's gonna try and snipe a stun strike. He's gonna have an Apex. He tanks it with Wii, and he will not get a kill. PhantomXP being a ballsy ass motherfucker. The dude has balls, I will say that. Like, he's in the enemy tier base. I mean, of course there's 3 people dead, but that's a bit bad mannered, and also you need huge balls for that. So the game going back and forth, throws happening from both sides. That's not the best thing you could do. Lifestealer or the Nyx finishes up his Abyssal Blade, so they and all those pesky BKBs will not be any more of trouble. The tier 2, I mean the tier 3 top dies. Acid, Templar Assassin will respawn soon enough. The Roshan is up, so whoever. Let me do a prediction. Whichever team takes the Roshan will probably win. There's a 50-50 chance that each team will win. Acid disconnecting like always. He reconnects instantly. PhantomXP using his stupid ward. I mean, Force Spirits focus down range racks, and that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to take down the range racks first, because they do not heal up. Gene being a stuck up ass noob. Yep. Kill me getting picked off by the arrow. Force Staff saves him from the missing flare and Viper Strike on the Force Spirit. Well, that's a misclick for sure. With the Mirana ultimate, they're gonna go down to the Roshan. They will take the Roshan. They're gonna smoke up. The Dire team is gonna smoke up. Feedlingai, please smoke up. Acid disconnecting once again. The pause happens from the bonnet now. So showing some manners. But the game seems I don't wanna be biased, but the game seems over for me personally. Not only did you throw that hard, you gave a Mirana that was losing the lane, that was not supposed to do anything in this game, you gave her 10 kills. Okay, that was a force tap, that was a blink. Renyard being overzealous, for sure. Missing the stun. It looks like there's gonna be a huge team fight now happening in the middle lane. No, there's gonna be top lane. Viper strike on the life stealer, blinking on Mirana. I mean, blinking TA just right clicks. Melt strikes on the life stealer, who loses almost none of his HP because he has 27 armor now. Life stealer getting getting poisoned. The middle tower falls. The tier 4 falls. Not BKB on. What is happening? Slaughter uses BKB on the PhantomXP. PhantomXP runs away with his Gold's Walk. Static Storm, Kinetic Field, and everything. Renyard was gonna die. He has to buy back. He will buy back. Meanwhile, in the top lane, the Aegis gets triggered. Looks like Acid did everything that damage. Ingman getting Frost blasted. Will it bounce though? Yes, it does bounce on the Gene, but Gene survives. PhantomXP getting amplified damage at glimpse on Renyard. Bashes happening on the Invoker, and Invoker goes down. Meanwhile, TA snipes down the Disruptor. Slows happening on everyone. Boned. Just melting against all that minus armor. And in the end, the only Rex that fall is ranged. But if they're not careful, they will lose their tower. The tier 4 tower, the most important tower they have in this game. It's still not in the deny zone, so they shouldn't deny it either way, but one more teamfight like that and the tier 4 falls and they have free access to the Dire's Ancient. They shouldn't be losing that. Also, please do not flame Milk, he was really good in Dota 1, so please. No flame Irina. Middle lane! Mirana getting picked off. Right click's happening. Do you have detection? Yes, they do. Mirana getting blown out. I'm not sure why the BKB was used. Maybe it was a misclick from Acid, but this is their chance. Does the Mirana have buyback? Yes. No, she doesn't. She has no buyback. So without that invisibility and without that arrow, they cannot do anything. Well, they can do something, but it looks like the Raxus should fall. They still have a glyph. He has the boots of travel, but the Viper is bottom lane, but he has only travels in 20 seconds. Adds to getting slowed, glimpsed. Tornado on the TA to silence the meatball misses, deafening blast. Slow on the Slaughter, it gets 4-staff. The pistol blade on the Renyard. Renyard is getting blown the fuck up. Ingman turning around. Slaughter uses Blink stun. All the right clicks. Will the Ingman fall? Yes. No. He manages to infest. Will he die from the bounces? Yes. No. 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 He won't. But all the slows. The 4-staff happens. The minus armor. Will Ingman die? Yes. Ingman goes down. He has a buyback. Disruptor dies once again. It's not that much of a deal anymore. Acid getting tornadoes, getting EMP. The Pex uses BKB, and Acid goes down. All that turnaround. The Viper was too slow for that. Sunstrike hits on the kill me. Kill me will go down from the right clicks. PhantomXP blinking an ice wall on the Pex. Pex is just gonna run away. We getting blown the hell away. Will we die? Yes, he will. No! He uses a blink, a 4-staff. PhantomXP catching up with his blink dagger. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Apexi getting chased by 2 slows, one of which Ingman uses his Abyssal Blade. So, a full-on team wipe. TP by the PhantomXP on the Acid. Acid Melt strikes a creep. PhantomXP still has his stuff, so it shouldn't be much of a problem. Lich buys back. And yeah, there goes another bad team fight for the Dire team. Murana wasn't even in that team fight. PhantomXP going around ratting like a true Latvian he is. Tornado on the TA, and now he makes a clean escape. The slow happens, another slow is happening. PhantomXP gets dusted down. The Chain Frost will hit him, and he's dead. He's dead with a buyback, so it doesn't really matter. Meanwhile, Murana taking down the range tracks. Glyph is popped. TA right-clicking the wrong Murana. Murana illusions are still right-clicking. They did not deal much damage, but Ice is getting arrowed. The slow hits. The invisibility, the dust happens. Gene getting blown up. The leap. Will he get a bash? Will he get a bash? He doesn't need a bash because he's a Slaughter, and then his 20 armor is OP. Another Desolator goes in from the Lifestealer, so the dude is gonna be pretty much decked up. All he needs now is the heart, maybe. They're pinging up Apexi. Apexi go the bottom lane. No! He's pinging top lane. He's gonna push out the top lane. That's a mistake. You need to be with your team. Murana and Invoker both have buybacks, so you need to be with your team. Do they expect them to not have a buyback? That's a mistake. Invoker buys back, the glyph is popped, the backdoor region is up, and looks like they will go back. Murana buys back as well. They can actually take down the throne if they just be there with their travels. And the tower falls from that single creep. Now that the throne is fully exposed, they can easily take the throne. They cannot adventure that much. Apexi, what are you doing there, my friend? Why did you pause? Are you lagging? You're not lagging. What a pause, Apexi. You don't have a buy. He doesn't have a buyback. He needs 200 gold. Jin being retarded as always. Apexi. Wrong time. Wrong place, wrong time. And that means that they will fall down. And that means they're gonna die. I'm not gonna write anything. That's bad mannered. Jin is special in his own kind of way, but pause happening without anyone saying anything. Apexi. Everything is used on him, so he's dead either way. No one's AFK. They shouldn't have started without the go. Gene. The bad mannered guy. BKB is used, no buyback, and you know what that means. I predict that it's game over for the Dire team. Lag is no excuse for this. Lag is really not an excuse. The towers are gonna be focused. Lots of trash talking. Tornado hits on the kill me gets thrown up in the way. Arrow hits on acid. Will he die? No. The jump from the Renyard protects him. Leap into a Manta style is gonna protect him. But meanwhile, Mega Creeps are gotten by the PhantomXP. Disruptor glimpses back Renyard. Acid uses BKB. Ingman uses his Abyssal Blade, and now Ingman manning up, Ingman stomping Renyard. Renyard is gonna go down! And that's the game. Renyard buying back, but 1 against 5, you can't do anything. Especially against Mega Creeps. Renyard getting 4 staff in with his Fountain, but game is over. The drone is being focused, and now that's the bad manners. Now farming the Fountain is bad manners, but hey. The Sunstrike snipes on Renyard, and boom! The throne is down. Radiant is winning. What seemed to be a good start coming from the Dire team, from Feedlingai, from the Lithuanians, was their downfall. They shouldn't have. I mean, in my opinion, the Viper threw the game the most with not being in team fights. In the end, the Radiant team just turned around. And Latvians, Team KORS, winning the game. The first game of the day, the first game in the match, the second game is about to follow. So stay tuned. And this was TV Mantas, as it shows in the right side. And I will be back soon with another game. So see you then.